Hi folks, how are you all doing today? I'm back with a brand new video where today we will be creating a small simple form application. Okay, so yeah, welcome back to Folks Hub. So yes, I'm back with a new video where I also would like to tell you, if you have not watched my previous videos, please do go back to my channel Folks Hub, open the playlist Applab, and just click on the first video and start watching from there in a sequence, right? So if you're watching all my videos in a sequence, you will be understanding about CodeStudio, Applab, account creation, how to set up the environment and all, right? So please do watch all of them in a sequence so that you do not have any confusion, and you can easily get started with all the things which I'm actually creating, right? So you can easily start off if you're watching them in a sequence, right? So please do go back to my channel Folks Hub and start from the first video, right? So yes, and if you're having any questions regarding any of the apps, please do comment below and let me know that you have a few issues so that I can resolve them. If possible, I can help you out with the app creation, right? And I'm giving all my links in the description box, so please do go back and check my description box to remix the projects, to get the new project link of Code Studio, right? So you can easily click on this remix button over here to remix your project and start off with the project right away, right? So you can actually remix my project also. If you want to add some design components or design elements, if you want to improve the design, you can absolutely do that even in my project, or you can create a new one. By seeing my video, you can actually do it side by side so that you do not have any issues, right? So if you're feeling that I'm going so fast in the video, please do slow the video bit up, right? So if I'm if you're putting it in the normal and if you're not able to follow, just decrease the speed to 0.75x, right? So or 0.5x. So do watch all the steps which I'm doing, do it with me, right? So open the code.org, do it with me, whatever the steps I'm telling, whatever I'm dragging, everything you can actually follow, right? So if you're not understanding something, watch it again and again so that it will be more comfortable for you for doing the applications which I'm creating. Okay. Yes, so let's get started with the today's video, right? And my today's content would be creating a simple form, right? Where you will be using most of the design components today from the design toolbox, right? So you will almost understand each and every component which we have in the design toolbox, and this is like a simulation, aggregation of all those components which we are having in the design toolbox here, right? So this is again a multi screen application. So you'll be understanding how to manage screens here, right? So let's get started. Now, we know the purpose of the app, right? So we have four steps for app creation. First step is to understand what is the purpose, right? So and today's purpose is to create a simple form. And now let's move on to the second step, which is designing your application, right? So you have your mobile simulator ready here and we have all the things ready. So let's start designing, right? So let's choose a theme so that it will be very easy for us to design and continue with the flow, right? So let me choose. I am not able to decide today. Let me choose berry patch. It looks good. And yeah, so we have our first screen, right? I wanted to create something like a form, right? So if you want to create a form, you can first place image, you should take some inputs from your user like name, grade, birth year, age, and so on, like this. Okay, so let's see. First I would like to place the image. So what I will do, I'll just give the width as 300. It should seem like a banner kind of image, so that I'm just doing like this. I will adjust this, or you can actually adjust your exposition to 10 so that yes, it is perfectly adjusted now, right? How? Why I'm writing 10 to adjust the image here, because we already know from the coordinate system video. If you have not watched my coordinate system video, please do go back and watch my coordinate system video, because that is very much important for you to understand the x and y coordinates on the Applab canvas, right? So please do go back and watch, right? And here, so this complete x axis values we have are 320, right? And I gave the width as 300, correct? That means I'm leaving 10 pixel gap on my left and 10 pixel gap on the right side. So that's it. That's why I wrote x position as 10, so that it is starting from 10, right? It is leaving 10 pixel gap, and it definitely leaves the other 10 pixel because I wrote width as 300, right? So if I'm writing width as 310, that means I have to start the x position from 5 only, right? So you can also do that. That's absolutely up to you how you want to do this, right? I want to upload one image. So let's just click on choose here. And then you will get something like this kind of a window where you can upload your file from here. Or you can, if you want to use any image from the internet, you can put the image URL over here, right? So you can use icons also. So this is absolutely up to you how you want to go about this, right? And I already have a file on my computer, right? So I will just click on upload file and I'll choose file. Hopefully, you're not able to see the window which is appearing on this, right? Don't worry. I just don't want to show all my files in the video, right? So I'm not showing these, right? So you can just directly upload, and this is not a very big process to do. So I'm not showing this one, right? And yes, so let me just I'm just using one of my. I'll just use the thumbnail image, because unfortunately I'm not finding the one which I wanted. So yeah, this is fine, no problem, right? The main agenda here is for you to understand what exactly, like how exactly you can place an image, right? That's it. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule over this app where I have to place only this one, I have to do this one only. No. So it's just for you to understand all the components. Okay. So yeah, now let's do the other components. Let's use the other things. So I'm starting with the form creation now. So in the form, I want my user to enter name first. Okay, so that's why I'm writing the text as a name. You can absolutely increase the size, no issues. So just go down, increase the font size as 20. I think this is fine, right? So yes, and if you want to change the font family, you can choose one of the coolest fonts, comic, right? So this looks kiddish and childish. Yes, I know all my viewers are kids, so I want it to be kiddish. So let's do it. And you can absolutely change your text alignment. So if you want to place it in center, yes, you can do that. Border width, border color, border radius, absolutely you can change all of these, right? So do explore all of these things in your app, right? So I am not doing it just because I don't want to extend the length of my video, right? So that's why. Okay, so you can do it. I don't want to make my video so boring where I'm doing all these property settings and all, right? So I really don't want to do. Okay, so you can absolutely do that. Make a very good design, a professional design, right? By customizing all these options, right? So use all these options well, and do it according to your own idea. Okay, so I'm just dragging a text input box now, and I'm just placing it over here, just sidewards. Okay, and then I want my user to enter his grade. Okay, because this is for kids, no? So let's do this. So I'm just dragging another label over here. So I'm placing it over here. Then let's increase the font size first. So I'm writing 20, and I want my user to be entering his grade, right? So I'll just write the same thing so the user can understand easily. Okay. So, and you can see that this is not adjusted properly, right? So the very easy and best way to do this is click on name. You just see what is the exposition over here. It's 25. So just do the same for this, right? So click on grade and change the exposition from 35 to 25 here. Absolutely perfect, right? So you need not manually adjust things. Just don't drag it or don't do any of the messy stuff on your apps, right? So just go back to the other component which you've already adjusted and do it accordingly, right? So that your app looks neater and clean. Okay, so let's drag another text input box because we know grade should be entered by the user and it is only possible with a text input box. Okay, now, so I want my user to be giving his birth year also. Okay, so let's just drag another label. So I'm just placing it over here. And don't worry about the placement and all. Like I told you, the trick, you just follow that, right? So I'm writing birth year. And the X position is not 20 definitely. So it's 25. And yes, font size is not 13, it's 20. Okay. So like you can see, it is moving ahead now, right? So if you want this to happen, you can let it happen. If you want your elements to be centered, yeah, you can do that. Okay, no issues. So I think this is fine because I want a drop down after this. So that's why I'm just okay, so it's not fine, right? Let's just change this. I'm just adjusting this a little bit. Yeah, I think this goes well. So drop down, you can see that drop down is not properly adjusted, right? So the width is very big, it's 200. I don't want this to be 200. Okay, so let's just give 100. I think this is fine because I just only want to give options as years, right? So years will have only four numbers in them. So I think I can adjust this a little bit, and I can change this to 25. Need not be 5. So this is fine, no problem. Okay, so let's click on this drop down, and you can just say okay, I'm changing the ID because not necessarily we are using this in the code, so no problem. So I'm just removing the options which are already present, right? These are the default options which will be present, and we know when you want to give options to your user, then only you will be using drop down. Okay, so options, I mean to say not one two options, you like multiple of them, right? 10, 20, 30 of them or so on, right? So being I mean considering the time constraint, I am writing the options from 2000. Okay, so let's write it till 2022 because 2022 is the last year which like we are currently in, right? So 2000, 2001, 2002, let's make it up faster. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. That's it. Great, right? So yes, now we have the birth year. So user will have all these options on his application. He can choose from his own birth year, right? So and I know all my kids, whoever is watching the video, right, will be I mean from 2000 only. I don't think anyone is from below 2000. Okay. Yes, and age. So I want my user to enter his age also. This is just for you to understand the slider and nothing much. Okay. So don't worry. Like we are taking birth year, so why are we taking age? Don't worry. Don't go on the logics now. Okay. So yeah, let's put 20 and then let's change the exposition value as 25. Okay. Now, so I want slider to be beside this age component. So I'm just placing it over here. Don't, yeah, don't worry. You can't really change the color of your slider basically, right? So you do not have a customization option here. Only in code.org it is like this, right? So don't think of like we can see many color sliders, we can see like gray slider, black slider also in the apps, right? So then why can't we really change the color? Don't at all worry, okay? It's only in the Applab you can't change the color, not in any other application. Okay, so you can't really customize it over here, no problem. And yeah, age. So I'm giving the minimum value as 1. Maximum value, let it be 100, no problem, right? So because the user will be dragging, however, so whatever the age he want, he will be placing it on that one. Okay, so that's it. Age is the slider, and then now I want a button so that I can just go to the next page, right? So after filling the form, you will definitely go to the next page, right? So before going on to the next page, you will have I agree to the terms and conditions and like that in the forms, correct? So what I will do, I will take a checkbox for this. We already know. So for such terms and conditions thing, you will have checkboxes mostly. You will have to manually check the box, and then only you can click on the button, right? So what I will do, I will just increase the width of this to 15, or I think 15 is also not enough. So let's increase this to 18 or 20. Okay. Height of this to 20. This is bigger now. Okay. So let's change this to 18 and 18. Because always checkboxes are in squares, right? So I don't want to give a rectangular shape to my checkbox. So I'm writing both width and height as same 18 and 18. Okay. And this is up to you again how you want to write this. And I want a label because I have to write something there beside the checkbox, right? So what I will write, I agree to terms and conditions. So this is just a statement which we see in all kinds of forms, right? So that's it. So I'm just writing it like this. Then yeah, let's drag a button now because we have to go to the next page. So for that you have to make this functional. Okay. So I'm writing. I'm dragging a clickable component which is button here. So just click on. I mean, you can write next or you can just write submit because submit looks more appropriate for a form, right? So I'm writing submit, and if you want, you can change the font size to 20 so that everything looks similar, right? And I'm not changing the font size for my I agree to terms and conditions just because you can see in any of the form I agree to terms and conditions will be very small, right? So I want it to look like a real form, right? So that's why I'm not increasing or decreasing the size. If you want, you can change it, you can customize this, no problem, absolutely your wish. Okay. So now this is about my first page, right? And in the next page what I want to do is I want to take feedback from the user basically. Okay, so I'll just drag the screen component, and I want a label first, so I'll just place it over here, and I'll change the exposition to 25 because it really suits best. And I'm writing feedback. I want this to be a little bigger, so I'll write 22 because on this page I'm not taking any other component, this label, and I will have text area component. Okay, so that's why I'm just dragging a text area. We have already discussed about this text area in our previous videos. Do go back to my channel, Folks Hub, right? Go to playlist Applab. Do watch every video in sequence for understanding about text area and other components which are here, right? So do go back and check out. Only then you will understand what is a text area, right? So text area is something similar to the text input. So go back and watch. You will understand this better. And I don't think we have to give 320. So let's write 300. And exposition we already know. So we have to write 10 for adjusting this properly, right? And I don't think we have to give very small height like 100, right? So let's change this and write 200. Perfect. It looks good now, right, on the screen. And I'll take another button also. I'm just, making this a little bit good. So let me just write next, okay, on this one. And let's change the font size to 20. Perfect. Now I want the last screen where I will just place a label and say, I will say, thanks for your feedback. That's it. Okay. So this is all. And let's just change the font size to 25. Perfect. Let's increase the width to 300 again. And so I think height, let's give 60, and position, X position should be 10. Perfect. Okay. So if you want this to be centered, yeah, text alignment, just go to text alignment, click on center. Perfect. Okay. So this is all about the design of this application. I'll just rename this application to be simple form. Okay. And I will save this. I'll share the same link with you guys so that you can remix it and you can use it, right? Or you can actually start creating a new video by seeing this step by step. Okay. So this is all we have created today, right? In the next video, we will be seeing how to code this application. Okay. So like, let me show you. So for on the first screen, we have this form kind of a thing, right? And on the second screen, you have a feedback form, and on the third screen you have a thank you slide, right, for giving their valuable feedback for you. Okay, so this is all about today's session, right? I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel Folx Hub, right? And let's meet in the new video again with the coding of this simple form application. Okay, bye bye guys, and have a great day.